Hello, thanks for joining us again on the channel. I've been wanting to talk about this for ages, and now that a friend finally got one, we can dive into his experience. Quick note before we begin, there's a discount link in the description and the top comment if you want to check it out. Now let's not waste any more time and jump right into the details.
Let's start with our first reviewer's experience.
This reviewer was on the lookout for a new display that checked a few specific boxes: a high refresh rate, a sharp resolution, and crucially, a solid set of built-in speakers. They found this monitor on a good deal and decided to go for it, partly because they had heard good things about the manufacturer. According to our reviewer, this display absolutely lives up to those expectations, leaving them impressed with the quality and curious about what the brand's higher-end models must be like. The picture quality is a definite highlight, with a crisp and sharp image at its native 1440p resolution. Our client notes that stepping the resolution down to 1080p doesn't look as optimized, but this is understandable. The black levels are generally quite good, though they observed some struggle during a compressed, dark-scened video stream from a friend. However, they believe that when viewing content firsthand, the picture is more than dark enough without looking washed out. While some online critiques suggested the screen wasn't bright enough, our reviewer found the opposite to be true, even turning the brightness down to 70% for comfortable viewing. What truly sets this monitor apart for this user is the audio quality. Having used a previous screen with hollow, rear-facing speakers for nearly a decade, the integrated sound system here was described as a godsend. The two front-facing speakers deliver impressive range and clarity, while a subwoofer on the back adds a surprising amount of depth. They found a specific audio preset that works perfectly for all their listening needs. Overall, this client has no regrets about their purchase and is hoping this monitor will serve them well for years to come.
Great! Now let's see what our next reviewer has to say about their experience.
This reviewer has gone through their fair share of monitors over the years, starting with a surprisingly good, lesser-known brand before venturing into the realms of AOC, Alienware, and Samsung. The AOC was a complete disaster, and while the Alienware was decent, they discovered comparable Dell models at a much lower cost. Samsung, unfortunately, proved to have terrible quality control issues. Eventually, our reviewer decided to try this gaming monitor, and the experience was a significant step up. They raved about the superior image quality, absence of ghosting or smearing, accurate colors, and overall adjustability. The inclusion of a remote control for adjustments was a particularly appreciated touch. However, this client acknowledges that the price point is considerable. While this is a premium monitor, they admit that for the same investment, one could potentially find options with superior specifications, a larger screen, or a more appealing aesthetic. The rapid pace of technological advancements in the monitor market means that in just a few years, a similar sum could buy something significantly better. Despite this awareness, our reviewer expresses a high degree of satisfaction with their purchase. Knowing that future advancements are inevitable, they still felt this monitor was worth the investment. The only minor gripe they had was the limited range of rotation on the stand, but that could easily be rectified with a third-party mount if desired.
Great! Now let's see what our next reviewer has to say about their experience.
This reviewer wanted to share their experience with this display, and overall they're extremely happy with it. The only slight reservation our reviewer has concerns the built-in speakers. They aren't bad at all, and this client admits they'll probably use them from time to time. However, it seems like they contribute to the overall cost, and since this particular user was primarily interested in visual performance, they wonder if a speakerless option, potentially lighter and more affordable, could be offered. That minor point aside, the upgrade to this 1440p screen from a previous 1080p model was a significant step up. They had been using a decent 24-inch display before, but the difference in quality is striking. A crucial factor for our reviewer is blue light filtering, as they have very sensitive eyes. Many screens are simply too bright or harsh for them to even glance at without discomfort. This monitor's built-in blue light filter passed their test with flying colors. Another feature they really appreciate is the intuitive control system. Some reviews mentioned a remote, but theirs didn't include one. Instead, there's a single, easy-to-use button for navigating and selecting options in the menu. They've struggled with other monitors that use multiple buttons, often making it frustrating to adjust settings. Finally, this client notes that some reviews criticize the stand as being too large. This wasn't an issue for them at all, and they believe those complaints likely come from users with limited desk space or those who sit too close to the screen. In conclusion, this monitor is a fantastic piece of kit, and this client is very pleased with the purchase.
Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. See you next time.